Okay. For today, sorry. Right now it's 11 p.m. where I live, so that's why I say tonight. But yeah, so for today, main topic of discussion, the roadmap. We're December the 4th, and the next launch, we're planning, there's an 80% chance it's going to drop on Sunday, December the 19th. Why the 19th? Because we wanted to take some time to rebuild some hype, to create this mini game, to reorganize ourselves, hire more modes, and just be more organic about this Discord. Share much more content also. Tweet much more. So I'll start all of that tomorrow. So namely tweeting on the EMS account, providing content on YouTube, uploading content on YouTube, on Instagram. So just being much more active on all the social media, but also creating much more hype internally on Discord, having contests and nice ones, like smart ones, not just these invite contests or grinding contests that everyone does and that we did also. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of stuff, and December 19th. So we have some time. We have a couple weeks to get this hype going again. In terms of numbers, and also 19th, why not the 20th or 21st or something like that? So we want it to be before Christmas. As we know, at Christmas, people just go to see their families and they take a week break or maybe a couple of weeks in Europe mostly, but in the US, I don't know if you take that many days as a break for Christmas, but in Europe, it's at least a couple of weeks of break. I'm not talking about ourselves, as we'll still be working on the game, but basically with Christmas, people tend to just do other stuff, see new games. Yeah, grind never stops, Mixi. But basically, yeah, we didn't want to drop after New Year's Eve because we don't want to lose this kind of momentum that we built. And yeah, so we want to act fast, also to keep the schedule tight and to be sure that we can deliver the game on February, the full game, I mean. So we needed to mint before Christmas at all cost, and the 19th because it's a Sunday. And for the last one, we did it on a Monday, and I realized that it might not have been the best to mint on a Monday, especially in the US. It was still early, and on a Monday everyone works. So and not everyone is full time on crypto, just behind their laptop all day long, waiting for stuff to happen. So yeah, we'll do it on a Sunday just to be sure that we have enough people available to mint. So it's going to be quite intense. A couple of weeks. That's it. We need to rebuild some hype. We are going to implement a verification channel that's much more advanced to be sure that we can get rid of all the bots and any kind of individuals who don't verify or whatever. So just to be sure that we have real engaged humans that will come on the Discord. And this new verification channel also is going to help us count the numbers and see how much we grow in the next couple of weeks. So, so yeah, the goal here in terms of numbers, so we discussed with the team how many people, like, of course, we need to grow organically, as I said, but what would be a key number to know that if we are delivering correctly, if we are building up the hype as we are building up the audience also on Discord, the membership. We think that our goal should be to aim for a good 10,000 new users on the Discord. So we need to have an active Discord, of course. So when these guys, these new people join in, they'll see that stuff is happening and everyone is engaged and so on. So just to give you an example, for the previous month, so when we went public, we went on the Discord. So our Discord was at 0 members. So it was pretty shocking in the beginning when we saw that we had to start at 0 for this MS project, and we really didn't think that we would go as high as quickly. but basically doing a lot of influencers and so on. So I'm not saying it was super organic and it was perfect, but we still managed to get around 4,000 real people before some left and so on. But overall, we got around the 40,000 mark of real people in a month. So here in a couple of weeks, we're not going to try to get 20,000 or 30,000 and try to get high numbers as we tried to do for the previous mint, but we are still trying to get numbers high enough. Like 10,000 is still a high number to build in a couple of weeks. 10,000 new members, I mean. And at the same time, we want to focus on organic growth. So that means these new people who will be joining in need to be verified, perfectly well verified, but also to be engaged in the NFT space. And we don't want to have people who have no wallet, no intention to buy, and who just come in to create some numbers and as it happened before, because the invite contests, you can get all sorts of people with these kind of invite contests, and especially one we did where we told people it lasted I think a couple days. We ran it for a couple days. It was an experiment, and if you invited 100 people, you would get 0.03 ETH per 100 invites, and we got so many guys who joined in, and we boosted the numbers so hard with that. But at the end of the day, it was not organic at all, and especially and we didn't have like all the people who joined the 100 invites here and there. All these people didn't know anything about NFTs, about crypto, about all of that. So yeah, it wasn't such a good idea to invite this kind of members to join. So right now, 10,000 members, we think it's an achievable number, but we want it to be organic and also 100% crypto focused, NFT focused. We don't want to have people who do not understand anything about crypto and so on, as they might not buy. And these are just vanity metrics, fake numbers that mean nothing. So yeah, 10,000 members, that's our goal. And 10,000 active members, that would be magnificent. Yeah, so again, next launch, December the 19th. In 2 weeks, we need to build an audience of an additional 10,000 people who are crypto focused and NFT focused. To do that, we need an active Discord. These are the two main things to do. First, active Discord, contests, hype going on, mini games, and so on. So everything that's I'll be going into more details later. But first, Discord activity, that's the number one thing, and second, social media presence. And also, we need to be organized in terms of social media, to read the Twitter posts, to go on Reddit, to go on YouTube also, like the videos, share them, and stuff like that. So yeah, if we are strong, if we are organized, and if we burst on each social media content that we publish as a whole community, then we can get some insane organic growth here. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure you all guys follow people on Twitter who are NFT related. You might have followers who are deep into NFTs also in crypto. So with all of you, with all of us, sharing, retweeting, spreading the word, we'll gather members that matter, members who understand games, who understand crypto, NFTs, and who will be a great addition to this journey. Now, yeah, so Zero Mission is not on the AMA, I guess. I'm checking his questions. Join the AMA now. Okay. Then, so regarding these two challenges, Discord activity and social media presence, we are still establishing a list of tasks on where you can help us. So basically, I'm just going to give you a few examples. I'm sorry, it was supposed to be released today, but I just spent so much time with the developers, talking about the game, redefining the mechanics, and I published the Medium article today. You may have seen it, just to show you in a few bullet points what the game is going to be about. And if you have ideas, please share them in the game mechanics channel that's specific to the Golem owners. Yeah, so we spent way too much time on the game because it's exciting, of course, but also because there are so many challenges and the time constraint is so short. The deadline is coming very soon. In 10 days, we want to release the game in 10 days. And we had to make a lot of adjustments and choices and to compromise on a few things to be able to deliver in the next 10 days a mini game that's fun to play, that's engaging, and that's rewarding also. So the roadmap will be released tomorrow. I'm almost done with it. On this roadmap, it will be a day-to-day roadmap. So for each day, a list of actions to do for us, but also for you if you want to help on a few of them. So to give you an example of the kind of actions I'm thinking about, we'll have, for example, an action that can be list 50 subreddits that are relevant to us, crypto subreddits, NFT subreddits, or gaming/NFT subreddits, preferably. So list subreddits that are relevant. Then select the pieces of content to post on these subreddits, and then post them. And finally, ask the community to go and upvote. So we need to synchronize. For example, for each thing like that, each action like that, for example, posting on 50 subreddits, we need to synchronize the whole community to be sure that we'll have at least 50 people, maybe 100, who will be ready to burst on Reddit. And once we've posted everywhere, so we organize a couple days before or 24 hours before, and we say, okay, we're going to do a major action on Reddit. So guys, we're going to post on all these subreddits. Once it's done, we give you all the links and you go there and you upvote everything. You upvote on each of these links. On each subreddit, you need to upvote. So we'll do synchronized attacks like that. And the same goes for Twitter, of course. So yeah, I'm just reading the questions at the same time, but yeah, it's going to be really important. So we'll have to-do lists for each day until for every day until the next launch. And now, so the roadmap is published tomorrow. The roadmap can evolve also, depending on what you guys are going to tell us, your feedback, your ideas. We'll add more actions to do, more things to perform. And the same goes for the community part. So for the social media part, listing, publishing, upvoting, retweeting, or liking on different social media. So organizing this kind of attacks, synchronized attacks on different channels. And then the second part I was mentioning, the activity on Discord. And for that, we will need to organize contests, giveaways. We'll need to reopen the whitelist also. So there will be a discussion with you guys to see what kind of, so how many whitelist spots should we reopen, but also what are the conditions to get on this whitelist, because the whitelist again can be a great way to get people to invite others, but that's not the only way, because again, if they invite people who are not relevant to the NFT space, it doesn't matter. So for the whitelist, there's also the questions of the formerly whitelisted people. So out of the 888 whitelisted people, should we keep them on the whitelist or not? That's also a question. Maybe not all of them, or maybe we should put on the whitelist only the Golem owners right now, because you already bought Golems. But if you don't intend, you already have Golems, so you may not intend to buy more Golems during the next mint. So maybe it's not relevant to put you on the whitelist. So there are a few questions like that to be discussed regarding the whitelist, and also the conditions, like what advantages, I mean, the whitelisted people will get once the mint drops. Last time we said that you'll have lower gas fees. Unfortunately, it was a massacre. So we had major NFT projects dropping at the same time, a bunch of stuff happening on the DeFi scene also. So the gas fees on Ethereum were insane. And as whitelisted Rebel, you didn't have that many advantages. So that's why when I think it's JWIT who asked us to do something about the whitelisted rebels, and we said that you'll have 15% chance to get dropped a legendary weapon. So we did some adjustments like that, but for the next whitelist, it brought a lot of questions. And should we put a lower mint price for the whitelisted rebels? Yeah, Pronto, I'm reading your comment right there. Yeah, that's what I think too. Yeah. So for the waitlist, yeah, he's saying that we should wipe the entire waitlist and just keep the holders as original golems. Yeah, for sure. So again, the goal of a whitelist, of course, is to give some advantages to people who were part of the community before, who stayed with us and who helped us grow, um, and who believe in the project and so on. But also, when we talk about the mint process, we need all the waitlisted members to start minting because, as you know, if the pre-sale doesn't sell out, if people coming during the public sale don't see that a lot of golems are already gone, then it's going to kill the snowball effect, and it's going to be a nightmare. So putting the golem owners on the wait list is also something we need to discuss. Just because a few of you have already thousands of golems, just kidding. But basically, the diamond people, I know they have so many golems, so they might not need to mint more. There's no point for them to keep minting. Let's be honest. Same goes, and basically same goes for anyone who already owns golems. So I don't know if you guys, so we'll ask you the questions also. Do you want to mint at the next mint? As it's not going to be super relevant, I think, for you. You already have a lot of golems and stuff. So we'll see. But because on the whitelist, we need people who are going to mint 100%. And that's super important. So if you're not sure you're going to mint, then then it's not super relevant to put you on the whitelist. But we can have this open discussion with you guys. We have 250 owners total so far. Not everyone on Discord. Not everyone has put the comment join with Collab Land. But in total on OpenSea we have 250 owners. So it's not going to be a nightmare to ask all of you one by one what you want to do. So do you want to be on the whitelist if you're sure you're going to mint at least one more, or do you want to keep away from the whitelist because you don't need to mint more? For example, I know that Cold Bones must have near 50 golems now, or something like that. But I know we have a few we have a few golem emperors and at least one that never talks on Discord. But yeah, we have a few golem general, major, and so on. So you already have plenty of golems, guys. Yeah, it's going to be doubled, guys. You'll be at 20 very soon, Cold Bones. So yeah, it's just regarding the whitelist again. To me, it doesn't matter if you're a holder. It's fair. If you want to mint more, you'll be on the whitelist, no problem. But the question is just like, do you want to be on the whitelist? It doesn't. You don't need to be on it if you already have golems and you're satisfied with it with them. It's fine. I insist we need people on the whitelist who are going to mint 100%. So to create the snowball effect. And regarding the mint, now another very important topic, guys. In the beginning, when the mint failed, let's name it as it is. So it was a failure. Let's be honest about it. But then we talked the day after, on the AMA, I talked about considering a burn, so burning a part of the collection. And then we took a step back, and after discussing with you also during the AMA, but also in DMs and on Discord in the chats, we realized that the art pleases you. We did a lot of work on the art. The gaming concept seems to be exciting to you guys. So we had a lot of things that we could. So it's a quality project. So we did everything to make it a quality project. We wanted to do our best to deliver a quality product at the end of the day. And that's why you told us, and also talking between team members, we realized that we still had a pretty good shot at making at having a sellout, and we shouldn't stop the process so quickly and burn like 90% of the collection or even 50%. That it might not be such a good idea. So that's why there was another solution that was mentioned, which was to release the golems in limited editions, as it brings us enough money to keep building the game, to keep paying the developers, the team, and keep moving forward. So for the next mint, we're considering doing, I don't know if we should go for a full sellout on December 19th. I think we should maybe go for a smaller number, but that also, and this is going to be put through a vote with you guys. Like, how many golems do you think we should sell for the next mint? Yeah, Mixi, that's exactly what I had in mind. Also, yeah, Daglunia, same. Because right now, let's count. So we sold 530 golems so far. 530 golems. The mint is over. These golems are going to be doubled. So it's going to be 1,060 golems. And then we have 200 golems for giveaways, team members, moderators, and so on, and future giveaways, the mini game and stuff. So 1,060 plus 200, so it's 1,260. So it means we need to sell 1,000 more golems for the next meet. If we aim at getting these 2,222 golems, then we'll need to sell out 1,000 approximately. So just reading your questions, guys. So Pronto is saying between 2,000, 4,000. Yeah, Coldbone saying other projects do 1,500. Well, the price is the price. I see Haskell saying that 4,444 only got to sell around 3,000. Yeah, this might be feasible actually. So it's also going to depend on the hype we manage to build, because that's a decision that can be taken even the day of the mint. But well, in terms of marketing, that wouldn't help. But basically, I mean, like, it's just a number that we need to edit in the smart contract. So the action itself to decide the number of golems that we can put for the next mint, we can change this number at the very last moment if we need to. But yeah, so depending on the hype we manage to build up between now and December 19th, if we see that we have a crazy hype ongoing, that the ETH prices are not absurd as they were until today, actually, then we might have a pretty good shot at doing a big number like 3,000, as Askel suggests, and Pronto too. Of course, the difference that it makes for us, so it's just based on the costs that we have to deliver the game. So the more we sell, the more money we get, and the more we can invest on the development team to get the game out as quickly as possible in early February, but also in terms of marketing budgets and campaigns. And marketing budgets, I mean also videos and promo content all this stuff that we can use to hype up the battles. So the more money we have, the more we can invest on the first grand battle, and the more we can make this a legendary event in the NFT space. So of course, the goal is still to sell more in the beginning. So 3,000, I see 3,000. Little Pistachio is saying that if we do 1,000 to just have a smaller goal, and if it hits, then we can unlock another 1,000. That's true, Little Pistachio. That's true too. We can say that regarding the success that we had, and we sold out. Like if we sell out 1,000 in a few hours, like in a couple hours, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, and we see a lot of demand, a lot of people sticking around and trying to get golems. So we have two options. Either it's a good thing because the secondary market is going to be crazy, and we can keep a low number and just get people excited around and telling them the next mint is going to be in 2 months and it's going to cost more. It's not going to be 0.1 ETH, but it's going to be 0.2 ETH or 0.3 ETH, depending on how the grand battle goes. Or we can reopen a mint. That's true. We can say that, hey, we had so much success that 1,000 was maybe not enough. We can mint more. So we just need to be careful about what kind of message it's going to convey to the community, and in terms of secondary market also, what's going to be the impact, because at that point, right now, the secondary market is important, and thanks again to all of you guys who helped us sweep the floor. But at the end of the day, the secondary market is going to be important once we release the grand battle, because then we'll have the utility in place, we'll have the game, we'll have stuff happening, the grand battle against another community. So the secondary market is going to matter then. So maybe we shouldn't pay too much attention to the secondary market around December 19th. I'm just dropping ideas here, guys. But yeah, this idea of from Little Pistachio saying, if we do 1,000, we sell out quick, we can do another 1,000. I don't think that's a bad idea. I'm reading your questions, guys. Uh, because I see that when projects sell like half their items, then they are stuck wondering what they can do for the next half. I think the game would be our piece we could sell for. Yes, totally agree, Cold Bones. Because then, of course, the stage 3 means, so let's call the first sellout, the first 530 golems sold. We're going to call them stage 1. Stage 2 is going to be on December 19th. And then stage 3 and stage 2 will be matched with the release of the mini game, the mini auto battle game. So we can educate the people around the project. I mean, not you, but everyone on Twitter and so on, newcomers. We can show them that we do a mint every time we release a game. So we mint, we release a small game, we do a new mint, and then we release a bigger game, and then we do another mint. So synchronizing the third mint with the release of the big battle, the grand battle, might be a good idea, because then we'll have a reason, we'll have a decent reason to market it, and it's not going to be just a half-sold collection wandering around and not knowing what to do. Pronto. Yeah, CryptoPunks selling for millions because of the mint cost. No, that's true. That's true. Um, yeah, so Prince Ali, what will be the marketing strategies to create the hype around the second mint to hit that 1,000 number? It's so 1,000 to sell. Yeah, yeah, the sellout of what the 1,000 number. So the hype around that. So we have the mini game. That's the biggest thing that's coming. The auto battle game to show that we deliver on it. and we'll be sharing, of course, videos. We'll have a Twitch channel running 24/7, showing the game being played to anyone who wants to check that on Twitch. We'll post this Twitch channel on Twitter, on Insta. We'll do some promotion everywhere about this Twitch channel. So, but that's just for the game. But also, you guys will be talking about the game and sharing screenshots, maybe, or of the rewards, or screenshots of epic battles, or screenshots of the golem you got by luck. So, if you drop a legendary for the mini game, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to make some memes or share it at least on Twitter. So this minigame is going to be a perfect vehicle to share content and get excitement going on in the Discord. But before that, because the game is going to be released in 10 days, before that, we have plenty of content that hasn't been published that well on social media. So, for example, the design process. I'm pretty sure we never shared, or maybe just a very, like maybe 10 seconds or 5 seconds of the design process. So something like in a video that no one saw on Twitter. So we have plenty of videos to share about the design process. We have also plenty of golems to share on Twitter to show more about the art. We have articles that have been written and that will be written. We still have plenty of articles. We have a lot of things coming regarding the lore, also the story, the backstory being written. So we have plenty of stuff in terms of quality content, and the fact that the golems are 3D, all the 3D pieces. So at any point in time, when we have the resources and the time, we can inject, you can use your golems, your NFTs to connect to Sandbox or any kind of metaverse, and then get your 3D character playable in this kind of metaverses. So it's going from 2D to 3Ds to 3D with the same NFT. So we have a lot of stuff like that we can share and talk more about. The battle tickets also, guys, since it could be a nice passive income that you can get from owning a golem, or even if you own a few golems, you might want to play with a couple of them and then putting the other, renting the others as battle tickets, just selling your battle tickets to rent the others during the battle. So yeah, using the battle tickets as a passive income mean. So we have a lot of stuff we can share, and a lot of stuff that hasn't been shared that well so far. So we can reuse all of that, reshare all of that, but this time doing it with you guys by synchronizing our actions. And by that, I mean just being sure that when we drop some piece of content, first of all, you are all aware that something is going to be dropped on Twitter. I mean something major. Of course, we are not going to tell you about every tweet we're going to write, or every NFT story, Instagram story we're going to make. But for the major things, and maybe it will be nice on the roadmap, I put one major action per day. So we'll need one action per day. So for example, a full Reddit campaign or full like and retweet campaign. So one major action per day would be great to share an important piece of content. And for these pieces of content, we can. My idea was to have you guys vote for what you wanna, what kind of content do you want to share. So we'll have a list of all the stuff that we have. And you can vote each day for the piece you want to vote for, upvote for, or tweet about, or like, and so on. So we can organize ourselves. We can synchronize our attacks on social media, and that's going to be important. And then, of course, we'll have some budget for additional marketing. So not burning money on big influencers as we did before, but paying like smaller influencers maybe, and just spreading from time to time, just to be sure that we still get enough traffic to the website and to the Discord. But that's again going to be decided with you guys. That's going to be decided with you. We have big lists of influencers so far, so that's also one of the tasks where you can help. If we decide with all of you, if you vote for some paid marketing and stuff like that, We can ask you guys share with you, for example, a list of all the Telegram groups that we have with hundreds of thousands of views and stuff like that. And you can tell us this one sucks, this one looks legit. I really don't want to do Telegram advertisement or whatever you want, but the idea is just, and we can do the same on TikTok with TikTok influencers, NFT TikTok influencers and stuff like that. So you can check the lists. And it took us a lot of time actually to do it by ourselves. We were about 12 in the team in total, 5 designers, few developers, and then marketing people, not counting the moderators there. But yeah, it took us so much time on the marketing side to vet the different influencers and the ones that would be beneficial for us. So that's somewhere that's a point where you can help also, just helping us get see if the influencers are legit or not, and then we can inject some budget at some point to get more traffic coming to the Discord. But again, all of that is not going to make any sense if we don't have an active Discord. So the priority number one is just to get this Discord exciting, and we need to implement new bots. Pronto shared the bot with me and a few bots. We need to organize more stuff on the Discord first, just to be sure that we'll have enough interesting things going on here. Just reading some more questions around. So I went a bit too far, but I hope that answers your question, Prince Ali, about how are we getting the 1,000 number, 1,000 sold, or maybe 3,000. If we can build a big, like an important hype by December 19th, we can sell more. That's going to be we can decide on the numbers depending on the hype also. The first mint was Instagram ads and invite contest. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Pronto, and that didn't work that well. MS Origins 2.0, 3.0. The invite contest just promoting adding fake accounts and bots. Yes, exactly. That's what we experienced the hard way. All right, just reading some questions around. I'll def make some memes. Yeah, Pronto. We have Songwoo also. Songwoo is in Korea, South Korea. So right now it must be like around 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. there. So I'm pretty sure he's asleep. But he's been doing amazing memes. Like this guy created like so many memes. It's unbelievable. So we have moderators, meme meme moderators. That's perfect. um, Jay Wait asking for another VR designing AMA session. We might be able to have another. Yes, that's actually. I need to ask our designer. Yeah. That can be possible. So the best time for that would be to rebuild some hype, and maybe the last week before the mint, having these kind of sessions where the goal will be to have at least a few hundreds of people on the AMA. So that's a good number, guys. Look at it now. We are 23. So this is what I call hardcore. So just put a couple zeros behind, or at least 1 0 for next week, and we can try to aim for bigger numbers on the AMA. That can be a nice metric to follow to see how many people are getting involved in the AMA updates in a week or so. And then once we have enough people, yeah, then dropping a big bomb like the VR designing session might be amazing. Yeah. Midnight Merc, the battle tickets. Yes, for each golem that you have one battle ticket. So we call it battle tickets, but basically for each monthly battle against another community, you can rent your golem. So it's not like you have one battle tickets that you can use only once in your golem lifetime. No, you have, for each battle you have one ticket per golem. So if you want to rent all of your golems, then you can sell all of your battle tickets for the first for the game, and then for the next grand battle, for the next monthly battle, you can you'll have your battle tickets set up to one again. So it's basically just you can rent your golems if you don't want to play with them, or if you just want to rent a part of your collection, then you can rent a few golems. And the idea is just to have a very simple web page, msproject.com slash, I don't know, like battle tickets, for example. And on one side, you'll see all the people who want to buy tickets, and they will be putting some offers to buy them. So, for example, someone is ready to buy one ticket for 0.02 ETH. Another is okay to buy one ticket for zero point 0.1 ETH. You never know. So the people can list how much they are willing to pay to get a ticket, and then you can click on this person. First comes, first serves. So you can just click, and then you do the transaction. Since everyone is logged in through MetaMask, you can just click and accept the transaction, and you get paid. And the person can play with your golem for the next battle. And on the other side of this web page, the same page, you can list all your battle tickets. So you can decide for how much you want to sell them. And then people who want to buy battle tickets can also on the same page check what are the current prices, and they can just buy from you guys. So of course, the idea is not to have 8,888 battle tickets being sold for every battle, because as you know, we still need players who are part of this community, because we need to organize for the battles. We need to do battle tactics, plans, and stuff like that. So if we sell all the battle tickets all the time, it's going to be a nightmare in terms of organization to be part of the battles. And also, if you don't take part in the battle, if you sell your ticket, and the person you sold it to gets some loot, the loot is for them. So basically, they get dropped the rare NFTs, and you don't get them. So if you want to get the rare NFTs, you need to play yourself. But yeah, so I don't expect to have thousands of battle tickets being sold for each battle, but we might have a few hundred. We might have maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, depends, because I know you guys will not always be available for all the battle sessions, for all the monthly battles. Yeah, just checking a few other messages. Or you can come talk directly in the AMA if you want, guys. If you want to request, you can write in general, or if you want to talk directly, you can also request. I can put you in, and we can discuss directly. Uh, so Javid is asking, is there a way to keep stats on the game, like players with most wins and union wins? Um, is it an old? Yeah, it's an old question actually. I don't know. When I go from AMA to general, it just scrolls up. Yeah, so for the stats, we talked about it, and we might do it through Collabland, which would be easier. I'm not sure. When I talked to the devs about the stats today, they weren't sure we'll have enough time to develop full statistics for the game, as it'll take at least 2-3 days to get that done correctly with the leaderboard and all of that. So, and also to do it and to keep track of the union, it means that you would need to connect through MetaMask, and then to connect through Discord login, and then we'll need to link up both accounts, so the MetaMask wallet to the Discord. So it's a nightmare in the end to do it all in one web page. So the easier way is just to play the game. You connect through MetaMask, you play the game, and then when you get back on Discord, if you haven't done it yet, you can just use Collabland to synchronize your wallet with your Discord account, and then we can have the numbers there. And yeah, what I asked the dev to try is to create a leaderboard channel on Discord, where you'll see all your wins and loses and stuff like that, depending on the game you played, on the games you played. So yeah, just trying to get this to work, and we'll have all the stats on Discord then directly. We might not have a smart system to tell us directly which union is like just summing up all the wins for each union, but we can still do it manually. Every day we can just count and see. It's going to be easier to count for the Obsidian Coalition, I can tell you that for now. But for the Diamond people, I'm not counting myself, guys. You will count. I'm not counting for the 100 million people you have in your team already, so. All right. Yes, Xeno. As you say, you can also rent your golems for free. So if you just want to rent them to friends or family, and yeah, that's totally fine. You can just put a zero ETH as a price, and they can just get the ticket for a zero. So we'll also need a system for the battle tickets, as I said earlier. So either you list your battle ticket on the marketplace on the website, msproject.com/battle ticket. It's not live yet, so please don't go check it out. It's just a 404 page right now. There's nothing there, but yeah, the idea you'll be able to list all your battle tickets there with an offer you want to make, or you can also click a button to send an offer directly to one person. So basically, it will be this person will receive a request in their MetaMask directly. You just put their address in a bar, in an input bar. You put their public address. You click send offer, and this person will receive an offer. So if you want to rent it to a friend, you can do it like that. So that's what we have planned for now for regarding the battle tickets. How could I help connect EMETH project with a Twitch gamer influencer in Brazil? Okavango, you can send me a DM. Let me add you as a friend. I've just added you as a friend, so you can DM me now. If you want to connect us to a Twitch gamer, Twitch game influencer in Brazil, my pleasure. Please go for it. It might be fun to stream the mini auto battle game. As we'll see a lot of NFTs revealed, we'll see a lot of different golems facing each other. And if you put the right comments at the right time, you can make it quite funny and fun to watch. It can be cool actually to comment on the games. I don't know why. I have the feeling that Cold Bones is gonna drop all the legendaries. He's gonna get all the legendaries all the time. This guy has, has a vibe of someone who's lucky. I don't know why. That's we're going to have some people like that who are going to be hated in the community, like always getting the best stuff. It's we'll see. Okay, Mixi posting marketing. Maybe we can get in touch. Yeah, you can also, yeah, as Mixi says, you can post in the marketing also. I don't know, Okavango, did you? No, you cannot post in marketing if you're not a Golem owner. So yeah, send me a DM for now. I can repost it in marketing. Sloppy job, but the idea is here. uh, Yeah, the meme is nice. Well done. It'll be good to have a leaderboard in Discord. That way more people will be active here. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And people will get excited to see the numbers just evolving on Discord all the time, checking every day. Um, yeah, Pronto. Yes, we need to implement all these bots. It's in the roadmap. Also doing some marble Twitch giveaway stuff like that, as you suggested. I think that can be excellent. Just organizing all these little contests. Also, these kind of contests are fun because you can always throw some jokes and just play around with people. It just creates stories to tell afterwards. It's always a great way to engage. Let me check. More questions here. Okay, so Xeno is going to stream himself. Perfect on the mini game. That's great. May that luck carry on the rest of the Diamond Empire. Yeah, Cold Bones. That's the Diamond people are relying on you now. You're going to be the first emperor of the Diamond Empire. So that's your empire, basically. Maybe I'll spread the love and trade them to other people in the Diamond Empire if I get a couple. 20 of 8,888, though, so who knows? Yeah, but that's the thing. Even if we have, I don't know if, can you be called a whale at this point? I think, yes, you should be a whale for now in this community, but yeah, cold bones. But yeah, at some point, what I wanted to say is that even if you own multiple golems, it's still super hard in the grander scheme of things to just win by yourself. Because if you face 10,000 people in front of you, you're not going to win by yourself. So it's still a team game. You still need to rely on your friends and teammates to achieve things in the game. So at the same time, you have more fun because you have more stuff to do each turn as you own multiple golems. So you can do a lot more stuff. You can create your own little tactics, but your tactics need to be inserted into the grander strategy if you want to win. All right, so we have, I'm buying 5 more, 1000% Haskell. Someone wants to be an emperor also. It's we had no idea these roles would be taken so seriously and people would actually try to get the roles super quickly. Yeah. Yeah, you better not suck cold boats. We need the whales to win. You're gonna be the sword of this army just piercing through the lines. And since you can stack all of your golems on one hex in the grander game, it might be funny to see a whale just stacking all of the characters they own on the same hex and then moving all of the golems from one hex to another, but just moving like 30 golems stacked on the same on the same hex and attacking people 30 versus 1. Yes, the golem tower. So that's why it's funny. I'm really curious to see what the players are going to do in the game, because there can be so many tactics. You can spread out, you can try to capture as fast as possible, you can stack a lot of golems, you can create giant towers on the front line and just move your towers. You can do so many things. It's going to be insane. uh so Louis Bao is wondering where are the other Obsidian people. Mixi is Obsidian also, but he's a moderator now, so that's why you don't see him black. Mixi, that's a good question. How big is the map? So in Risk, actually, when you start, all of your characters are next to each other. So if you are with four players, you put all your troops on the map, and there is no space in between troops. So at any like start since the very beginning of the game, you can start attacking people straight away. And we are still wondering if we want to do it this way also in the actual game. Do we want all the enemies and the golems to be sitting next to each other, so you can start fighting at turn one if you want to? Or should we put more space in between just to be sure that you can just go around, move a little bit, try your tactics and stuff? So it depends. So we can adapt. It's not that hard to adapt the size of the map at the end of the day, because we implement all of this architecture in a dynamic way. So we can actually do smaller games or bigger games by changing the amount of hexes that are in play. So yeah, this can be changed, and the only question we're still trying to figure out, but I guess that would be a pretty good question to ask you guys also when the time comes in the game mechanics channel. What do you think about? And we'll be running some testing sessions also in advance, like in January before the grand battle starts. So yeah, just to ask you, what do you think? Should we put neutral zones at the beginning of the game, or should we just put all the enemies next to the golems from turn one, so you're sure that each spot on the map, each hex on the map, is controlled by your character when we start? Or should we let some empty spots? Both approach are possible. In terms of strategy, though, it might create a lot of different things. As if you have more space in between armies when you start, then you can organize yourself. You can do some tactics. For example, the front line goes back from one square, from one hex, and the back line move forward, so you can assemble a front line. So the ones at the front just go back, the ones at the back just move forward, and you can unite all the golems on one single front line on all the map, with a lot of golems stacked on each hex, and of course Cold Bones being his own tower uh, since turn one, and then yeah, just creating a huge ass a huge ass line like that. So if you have more space, because if you start being next to the enemy right away, then if you go back one from one hex, then if you're facing an NFT enemy that has more range than you have, then it can jump on you from turn one and kill you directly. So if you own only one golem and you get jumped on at turn one and you die at turn one, you're going to be pretty sad. And that's why the neutral zones would also be a way to give you some time to readjust your movements and take better decisions, and be sure that you can at least play a few turns to before you get killed potentially. Can we rent our golems to other holders and create a super hex? Yes, you can. Actually, about this comes to the spawning mechanism. So where do we spawn the golems on the map when you start? Because if you have, for example, let's take the Obsidian Coalition, if they all want to start next to each other because they have prepared battle tactics, they have plans and stuff in place, like the turtle formation or the big ass tower formation or whatever, the snake rampaging formation, and like whatever you want to come up with. But if you have worked for months creating amazing tactics and stuff, you don't want to start on the map with a couple guys in the US a couple others in China, one in Russia, and then never being able to meet at one point to assemble your team and then playing together. So the random spawn might not be the best idea. A good idea would be to either randomly spawn people, but creating teams in advance, so you can decide on which team you are. But that means that we need to implement a team mechanism, which hasn't been done and wasn't expected to be done. And then you get spawned with all your team around somewhere on the map. Or the other way to do it is just when you log in with your MetaMask, you need to log in 30 minutes before the game, and the game starts, and then you have 30 minutes to select on which hex you want to spawn. So the map is split in two for Team A and Team B, and in your team, for example, let's say Golems are Team A, you just see the map and you need to click where you want to spawn. And of course, you need to act quickly before everyone has clicked everywhere. So you just connect with all your team, and that's the mechanism that has been thought so far. So at least you can spawn next to your allies, next to your teammates. Or preparing tactics wouldn't mean anything, as yeah, if it's too random, then you would just you would have worked for nothing. Then you end up like in the middle of a zone where you have people who don't even speak English, or I don't know, they're not even on Discord. Then you're playing by yourself, and the other golems are doing nonsensical stuff, and you're just crying by yourself on your keyboard. So no, that's why we need to organize the spawn mechanism. And so far, yeah, the best option we thought about was to let you click on which hex you want to start the game, and of course the first who clicks the first to get the spot. So you need to act fast. And if you haven't clicked anywhere, so you logged in with your MetaMask 30 minutes before, or even 1 minute before the game starts, and you don't click anywhere on the map to choose your spawn, then you will be randomly spawned somewhere on a free spot somewhere. Yeah, so Daglinia is saying neutral zones are needed 100%. Yeah, at least it will avoid people from losing at turn one and then being super sad. Yeah, Ryan LGH, the Golem Emperor will will appear. This guy is going to click at the center of the map, just being on the front line, just in the middle of the enemy formation, and he's just going to unleash his huge army. All right, let me read a few more questions here. Yes, as Colbone says, we're all on the same team at the end of the day, guys. So we don't need to counter Cold Bones, we need to support Cold Bones. I'll pick out the trash for your emperors, I suppose. Louis Bell. Hey, Louis, we never know. Dude, you might drop some huge legendaries. You might have like the rarest golems, and then all of a sudden, your few golems are going to be so powerful. You're going to be much more powerful than the smaller golems that others might get. That's so don't be like that. You might be the saint at the center of the formation, so the emperor needs to have higher knights and saints to fight for them. So you might be one of these legendary soldiers. You don't have to take out the trash. Uh, yeah, Mixi for the hexes. uh, the number of hexes. So we have 8,888 golems, and we took into account the fact that we'll be playing against 10,000 items collections. So let's say we have 18,000, let's say 20,000 items on the map max. So it means if we want all the golems and enemies to spawn next to each other, we'll need 20,000 hexes. Of course, I'm going to talk about the oceans because the oceans are pretty specific, and we have two mechanisms there. It might be 20,000, it might be, but I think if we need neutral zones, it might be more like 25,000 hexes or 30,000, depending on how many neutral zones do we want and how far away do we want the teams to start. I guess we don't want the teams to start too far away from each other because it's going to be boring to watch such a game where nothing happens for the first hour. So yeah, we need to find a good compromise, but it's going to be around the 20,000 mark. Um, let's say 22,000, 25,000, something like that. For the oceans, on the mock-ups that we shared, you could see that the hexes also covered the oceans. But I think at the end of the day, because we thought about the water golem being able to cross the oceans or doing like some boat systems and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we might just do a simple system as it's already happening in Risk, in the board game Risk, which is basically if you're in Brazil, for example, and you want to go to Europe, you have just one line that links Brazil to Europe. So it's like one movement. If you're on the right spot in Brazil, then you could go from Brazil to Europe in one spot, taking a boat, let's say. But then, if you're a water golem, maybe you have the ability to go from any territory close to the ocean, so bordering the sea, to any kind of territory at the other part of the sea. So you don't have to go to a port, to a specific location to cross. So, for example, if you want to go from America, so from North America or South America to Africa, you might have maybe three options: one in Brazil, one in Mexico, and one in around New York. And these are the only 3 points where you can cross towards Africa, for example. But if you're a water golem, you can cross from Argentina, from Canada, from anywhere you want. Yeah, we are keeping the word map. Yes. Yes, we want this to happen on Earth. It's like futuristic Earth. So yeah, we want to keep it on Earth. It's gonna be more impactful. We had a lot of discussions about doing it on a kind of random planet or whatever, but I just love geopolitics and I love seeing stuff happening on Earth, and I love risk and strategy games and stuff like that. So yeah. Ah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, Earth is going to be great because you can, and for example, when you choose your spawn at the beginning of the game, if you're Chinese, maybe you want to start in China to defend your country. If you're American, maybe you want to start in the US, or maybe you don't care and you just want to start somewhere exotic just to explore other parts. So yeah, it just might add some nice vibe. Yeah, never start in China. You won't be able to leave. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure all the Americans are going to start in the US, except there will be more American players than available hexes in the US. So that would be funny to see. where the Americans are going to spawn if they can't do it in the US. Are you going to do it in Canada? Are you going to go to Canada? I'm not sure. All right, guys. So do we have requests to speak? No, I guess not. It's Saturday. Some of you are still taking breakfast and stuff, so might not be the best time to talk. All right. Just going one more time through the questions. I think we talked about, I answered everything I saw. So yeah, Mixi, you can do your math with, let's say we have 20,000 hexes on the map, playable hexes, and we have 18,888 NFTs on the map. So it means we have about a bit less than, we have 1,200 basically free hexes to form a kind of neutral zone to split the map in half. Of course, it will not be just simply doing north versus south. The map will be split in different zones. So you'll have Team A and Team B split evenly around North America, and then the same goes around China and Russia. Same goes in Europe. So you'll have different ways to split the opponent. So when you start the game, you log in, you arrive on the map, and you'll see different zones. So basically, yeah, some circles or just yeah, just some zones where you'll see your color, your team color, and these will be the zones where you can click to spawn. All right. So I guess I answered all the questions. Okay, we can stop here, guys. It's gonna be, yeah. It started an hour ago, so I guess we are good. So again, just to sum up, we talked about the roadmap. It's going to be released tomorrow. We talked about the mini game also. Oh, I didn't talk about the auto battle mechanisms and so on, but I can talk about all of that tomorrow during the next AMA. So we are going to keep the daily AMAs. We are going to experiment with the different time zones for the AMAs, asking you to vote. The vote is going to take place tomorrow. Because right now I'm pretty sure we are missing a lot of people in the AMAs, and I see a lot of them saying on the chat throughout the day that they couldn't make it at the previous one. So yeah, we'll try different time zones to be sure that we can find the right spot to gather more people, or just have a rotation so we can have at least people can attend to one every other day to one AMA every other day. So yeah, and yeah, we talked also about the mint, about the tasks that we'll need, to do to grow up organically. So all of that will be summed up tomorrow in tomorrow's announcement, with more to come. And in tomorrow's announcement, the big piece will be the roadmap, which is basically a spreadsheet, Google spreadsheet. You'll all have access to it, and you'll be able to read what's on it, and then comment on it in your channel on Discord for the Golem owners, basically. And maybe some people who are not Golem owners can also take part, just giving their ideas in the ideas channel. But yeah, mostly I expect the Golem owners to be involved in the following days tasks that we'll need to accomplish. All right, thanks again, guys. I see no request to speak. Perfect. Not perfect, but I understand. All right, so have a good one and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.